Hello, welcome to this video for Australia and Oceania as well. So let's see what's happening. As you might have noticed already, we have this cold front coming to southwestern Australia, and it will bring some very strong winds to those areas and also some heavy rain. So we are watching that. We are watching the small area of low pressure near South Australia with some rain, and the rest of Australia is quite fine. So let's see here. Today is July 5th. It's almost nighttime in Australia already. But let's see. Shows like this go, especially Sunday, this cold front arrives with some heavy rain, like southwest and most Australia there. And then Sunday, this goes more rain Perth as well, shows more spots like Sunday night into Monday, and Monday a secondary front arrives, and this one still might have stronger gusts, so shows like some rain and a storm or two across Monday. This goes and then it quiets down, and the front goes towards South Australia. So Monday still quite a few showers on Tuesday, possible a shower or two, but this goes shows this system spinning off southern Australia Wednesday and more towards Victoria, New South Wales later. This front, so like now there, that bomb cyclone is long gone, but still shows a storm or two and a few showers Sunday, especially like a storm or two near New South Wales Sunday, and then this goes and shows this front across Victoria and Tasmania Tuesday, July 8th into Wednesday. A snow or two in the mountains, so Tuesday into Wednesday, and then more by July 10th. So be careful in those areas and stay safe. So rainfall does show here until next Thursday. It doesn't show too much, but does show like some 44 millimeters. There might be some moments of slightly heavier rain, so be aware. 19 in Perth, some in other spots to 38 millimeters further south. There's the GFS, a similar thing, has slightly more in Perth, so to 24 millimeters. The icon shows like some 30 millimeters, 35 in the southwesternmost portions. So be careful in those areas. There's the axis as well. Shows like, let's see, doesn't show too much, but it shows some 36 millimeters in Perth and more spots to 47 millimeters. So be aware. And they show slightly more near Victoria in New South Wales, especially like the GFS in those areas in eastern Victoria. The icon as well shows some. So be aware in those areas, and like southern South Australia might have more those fronts. So now for the winds, because as you can see there in the ocean, there are very strong winds already with this system. So this goes Saturday, like they should arrive more Sunday, the strongest gusts. But especially Sunday there shows some spots of Perth into areas further south. Let's just put it in kilometers per hour here. So shows some 82 km per Gus in Boost Selton, more spots further south, some 67 in Perth. Then this goes Monday shows some struggles further inland and more spots near Western Australia, especially on the coast, stronger. So be careful, some large waves and everything. This is the icon model. The European is slightly stronger than the icon. So this goes. The European array shows Sunday to some 87 km per Gus, close to 90 in the southwesternmost portions and the inland areas as well. So be careful in those areas. Sunday, this goes. It does increase later Monday near Perth as well. More spots there. But Monday, this goes, and then later Monday afternoon shows some more widespread strong winds throughout southern Western Australia. More spots further inland as well. So be careful near the coast, especially, and then Monday this goes, and as bands further south shows even 286 km per gus, like in the middle of the night between Monday and Tuesday. More spots there, and then by Tuesday, July 8th, shows this going further south and east. So shows right in Victoria, in the mountains, some stronger gusts throughout South Australia, shows stronger, and still shows near Western Australia, a few spots there, but especially in Tasmania on Tuesday, July 8th, shows New South Wales, a few spots of strong gusts in the mountains to Tasmania. So stay safe. Tuesday, there into Wednesday, the European does something very crazy. It takes this into southern Western Australia and South Australia with more than 100 km per gus on July 9th. The GFS is doing the same thing, but weaker, like less, not as strong as the European. There's the icon shows kind of further east, the icon towards South Australia, some struggles on July 9th. So be careful in those areas. Shows slightly breezy in northwestern Australia, but nothing crazy. And then Wednesday, this goes still shows some stronger gusts, and by July 10th, a few gustier conditions near New South Wales, but nothing crazy. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful, especially those wind gusts across Western Australia. And does show here the European July 10th, a little bit of snow in the mountains or some rain in southern New South Wales. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, be aware those areas. There's here another model too for the wingers. Let's just see what the axis has. So it shows like Saturday today, this gets close. Sunday, then it does show some stronger gusts further out to sea, but it's not showing too much inland. It shows some 70 km per gust in Perth Monday, and then this goes and it shows like stronger further south later. But be aware, those areas, be careful. There's the high resolution access model for southwestern Australia too. And this one shows like Sunday, the first wave of strong winds near like southern southwestern Australia, and more spots like near the western coast as well, close to 80 or more km per gust. Some spots this goes and it doesn't reach until Monday, but stay safe in those areas. So be careful. And yeah, here for the snow still shows like next 5 days. So wait, let's see here. So there's the ocean now a lot, but until July 10th, does show across New South Wales, Victoria, even to 16 centimeters on the European, some 18 centimeters, more spots to Victoria, New South Wales, mainly in the mountains. So be aware, shows there's a little bit in Tasmania too. So yeah, it's be aware. There's the GFS. It shows that the GFS is showing even more in Tasmania and showing more throughout Victoria, New South Wales. So stay safe. There's the icon showing a little bit further north in those other mountains as well, New South Wales and Victoria. So yeah, and here, those temperatures are still warm there in the north, but still kind of coldish in the south. It's not too cold now, just in some spots of New South Wales into Tasmania. It's colder, but does show in Victoria 1 degrees, spots to -1 in Tasmania, and 0 degrees, a few spots in New South Wales. So be aware, Western Australia is quite cold, some 4 degrees as well. Nothing that cold, but kind of chilly. So be aware, this goes in the afternoon, and it's much warmer further into northern Australia. So Sunday, this goes still shows slightly colder southeastern Australia there, and kind of warmer ahead of this cold front there, Western Australia. But behind the front, there'll be some colder air. So does show here by Tuesday morning, July 8th, slightly colder northern and South Wales, a few mountains there into Victoria. And then there's this warmer zone ahead of the cold front, but behind the cold front there is some 3 degrees in interior portions of Western Australia. So it does show Wednesday, July 9th during the day, warmer Northern Australia, even to 34 degrees in the far north. So this goes, and then Thursday morning, July 10th, shows more across spots of New South Wales, Western Australia, right to 1, 2 degrees in a few spots. Perth is 7 because of the ocean helps moderating the temperatures. But yeah, this goes and still shows by July 11th, a few spots in New South Wales into Victoria, colder, some 11 by the coast in Sydney, spots further south, some 8 degrees on the coast. So yeah, be aware, no major cold event, but it's still cold. So be aware, Thursday into Friday, July 11th, still warmer, Northern Australia, and slightly colder. The European area has on July 12th, slightly colder New South Wales and those areas, in other portions of Australia. So be aware in those areas, still be aware a few areas of frost possible in the southeast. Nothing too crazy, but be aware. There's the GFS shows a similar thing, maybe slightly less cold than the European, because like July 7th, it even shows like this very warm zone, 24 degrees, and the European was just around 20 degrees. So yeah, but BR later next week, it does show slightly colder to the southeast. So be aware those areas, and yeah. So New Zealand does show like some showers today, July 5th, and as this front goes away, but Sunday shows a shower too. This goes, nothing crazy. You might have another cold front on Wednesday, July 9th. So shows like Wednesdays, some snow in the mountains, more rain in spots in New Zealand. And Thursday, July 10th into Friday, especially Friday, July 11th, shows another stronger front possible Friday. So you'll keep watching later into Waitani by next Saturday. So be aware around July 11th possibly. There's the GFS as well. Shows like this small front. Wednesday there's some rain, some wind, but this goes and later by July 11th, the GFS actually forms an extra tropical cyclone and takes it right in towards New Zealand. So we better watch that time frame very closely, but there's still time for the information to change. So we'll keep watching. There's the rainfall like until July 10th. Does show here like from today towards the 10th. A few spots in the west coast of the South Island, more areas there. The GFS. The European has slightly heavier. Some spots close to 100 meters on the South Island. But be aware, some showers further north. But until July 13th, already increases a lot because of the front on the 11th. So be aware. We'll keep watching those areas. The wind still shows like slightly stronger today in a few areas, but then this goes shows like when Tuesday, Wednesday, July 8th, this starts picking up, especially in the ocean, but goes Wednesdays, it's few stronger near the South Island, but no major winds. And then this goes by July 11th, there could be some more very strong winds. So be aware in those areas and yeah, stay safe. So shows here like for those temperatures still quite cold in the South Island in those areas, but warmer there in the north. So Sunday, this goes during the night, it even show like to minus 12 in the South Island, more spots slightly colder further north. Sunday, in during the afternoon. Even shows like in Auckland to some 13 degrees, so yeah, but still colder in the South Island. and some negative temperatures in a few spots in the southern North Island as well. So be aware. Monday, Tuesday still shows those cold temperatures. The South Island might get slightly less cold ahead of the cold front, but yeah. And then the show the middle to end of next week slightly less cold until Friday, but after July 11th might get colder further south again. So be aware, those areas, nothing too crazy, just as usual, be careful with those cold temperatures if you are like further south. The snow shows here until July 10th, so 9 centimeters, 14 centimeters, 10, so a little bit of snow, be aware. But until July 14th, it shows to 73 centimeters from the system on July 11th. So be aware. But we'll keep watching this, but it's still far out. And even shows in the North Island like zero point 0.8 possibly. But yeah, we'll keep watching. So stay safe in those areas. And yeah, shows now like there's this system to the south of French Polynesia causing this front with more rain. So like this is almost an extra tropical cyclone. Saturday, this goes and like still shows storm around Mount Sud and spots there. It shows this other front starts taking shape near the Cook Islands. Probably some storms on Monday. Shows the European mountain. Shows Mataura Tuesday, July 8th. Some stronger storms until Wednesday. So still be aware in those areas with passing fronts and storms, because the European has some higher totals near the southernmost atolls. There are spots of Mataura and more rain in the Cook Islands. Fiji and Tonga, it's quite calm, especially Fiji, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, it's quite dry, just a shower or two. But those areas from the Cook Islands towards southern French Polynesia, it's already more busy. So be aware in those areas. And then the show in the Solo Islands, still some tropical moisture around, so still be careful. Some periods of heavy rain in those areas. The GFS kind of it shows lightly heavy in a few spots. The icon does shows some heavy rain near the Solo Islands into Papua New Guinea. So be aware, Central Papua New Guinea, those areas of the tropical downpours, and like in the Marshall Islands, be careful. Spots of northern Kiribati, still some showers and storms into Micronesia. So be aware, and yeah, so stay safe. There's some islands in the middle of the Pacific, might be some passing showers and storms, and nothing too crazy. So stay safe. Another thing here are these waves around Mataura, Rairua, in those areas, some higher waves because of the wind from this system. Even the Cook Islands, like higher waves. So be careful with the higher surf. There's like the center of the seasons, right? Not like in Mataura, the strong winds just further south. So be careful. This goes still some strong winds there. Then it goes away, but shows this other front Tuesday on the 8th, Mataura, possibly more winds. So we'll keep watching those areas, just some breezy conditions to mild conditions further west, but still sometimes more waves. South Australia, like into southwestern Australia, those are waves. The European shows in the ocean as high as 7 meter waves with those winds. So yeah, be aware, you never know. So stay safe. And the image of the day is this big storm I saw a few days ago with Mama's clouds. So yeah, stay safe.